Hi everyone, happy Monday. I just wanted to do a quick little video and guide you for the plan for the next 3 days. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off the camera because it distracts me, and I'm going to get started. So today we have the agenda week 4 online learning, and I just wanted to remind you all that there's very helpful hints at the top of each agenda. I put the technology support, that's Shant, and he can always help you. If you just click this little link, it'll take you directly to his email. Please, please, please be specific. And when he responds back to you, he's very prompt. Always respond back quickly. So check your email. He says a lot of you are emailing him, but then you're not following up and responding back to him. So we need to be mindful of that. I have my email here. You are always able to email me and ask me questions or concerns, but I am asking you when you're emailing me to put your full name and period in the subject line. For example, just like this one right here where it says period to Yesenia Gomez. That is important because I need to switch from tab to tab, and that'll keep your vital information for me handy so that we're not wasting time. So, Monday we have an attendance question, and it's going to be based on the video, What is Art? And I have that video down here. You do not need to click that. It'll be included in this video today, and a couple of other things I wanted to go over for you. So, basically, everything's going to be on this one, but if you wanted to just jump back to that because you wanted to answer the attendance question, what is art, and you wanted to follow up with a few more pointers from the video, you could just click directly to that instead of watching this entire video that I'm doing right now with you. Last Friday, I went over a spotlight student, Yesenia Gomez, and this entire week I decided to just kind of share different images of Yesenia and her graduating. I'm so proud of her. She's actually texting me, telling me that she's already flown to Rhode Island School of Design, and since she had a free day or two, she decided to go to New York, and she sent me a picture of her in Times Square. So it's just really exciting, and she's of course staying safe and masked. She is just having a very interesting experience, and I can't wait to share further with you all. Hopefully she inspires everyone to follow their dreams. So I do have some classwork here, and it's the homework reminder: collect cereal box or cardboard thin. I should write thin. Uh, thin material. Oh my goodness. Material. Similar to the examples I shared. Do the examples I shared with all of you. So, sorry about that. I just noticed that was a funny little correction there. So that's something I just want to keep in your mind because we will be needing that thin cereal box material to do art projects on. I have dedicated Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I am trying to put together some materials and care packages for all of you, and that's really overwhelming. There's about 189 students, and I'm trying to hand make little sketchbooks for you all with really large Xerox paper that I'm going to fold in half and make it into a little booklet so we could start drawing together. And that takes time. I have to staple it all. I'm paying out of my own pocket for those of you that are needing wood pencils, maybe pens. I'm not sure if I have enough, to do pencil sharpeners and if I'll even find those, but that's what I'm dedicating the next 3 days while you're working independently and answering the attendance questions. I'll be doing that. So I'm hoping on Wednesday I'll have that all ready for each and every one that needs it. And then I will set up more details and tell you, maybe I'll have a table out in the front of the school where you can come by with your mask on and pick up your little sketchbook. And if you need a pencil or a pen, most of you seem to have all of that from the surveys that I read. But I have a further survey here, and so I wanted to go over that with you. This is a recommended list of art supplies, materials, and feedback is at the bottom of the survey. So I am going to click on this and let's see if I can get this bad boy open all the way. Ah, I think it's because I'm doing this on my laptop. Here we go. So here I have recommended art supplies. They are not required, they're just recommended. So I have from wood pencils, color pencils, pencil sharpener, mechanical pencils are bad for drawing and shading. They're only good for taking notes, drawing final details, for example, fine hairs and eyelashes. That's what I mean by fine details. So take a look over this whole list, and also, here are the apps that I have added for each of you as a recommendation. Get those apps. If you want to get pictures off your cell phone and put them on your Chromebook, you would get the photo app. Sorry, my dog is going in and out of the dog door. My husband's running around doing things. It's noisy. So this is an excellent app. This is the Google Photo app. I highly recommend it. I've already asked everyone to get the Grammarly app. When you do emails, and I've already asked you guys to put this app on there, and then I read your emails and there's still grammatical errors and really poor spelling. That's a problem. So I want you guys to be mindful of that. The Grammarly app is amazing, and you should be using it. It helps you with English as well. Look, see, it's highlighting here that I have multiple periods, so it's in red. So I'm going to go ahead and fix that. Um, Also, this is reminding you about the recycled materials. And then what I would like for you to do here is you're going to click this link. It's going to be 20 points and it's due today. So you have already had several weeks to kind of gather materials. I said the scavenger's hunt homework the very first week of school, where you're getting materials that you could use for art making. And then you're going to go ahead and double click this. Let's see if I can get this open. And here is materials, checking for understanding, and feedback. So available materials and feedback survey. I would like you to go through and read all these questions. I've been working all weekend trying to get this ready for you, and take your time and answer the questions. I don't know why this question doesn't have anything there. I think I couldn't delete it, so just skip that one. I wouldn't worry too much. Oh, I can trash it right now. Perfect. But please go through this. Make sure that you put your first and last name. Don't put the middle name. It takes up too much room. And just put the vital material information that it's asking of you. So that's that. It's not too long, but I would like you to take time and read it. I talk about how I've been still receiving some emails with mold, and I really want you to take time to read that and say, yes, I acknowledge, I understand what you're talking about, because I get students new almost every single day, and I want us all on the same page. So I'm going to go ahead and close that. So that's due today. And that is linked again at the bottom of the beginning recommended art supplies. And I put in there not required, but I want you to give me feedback. So that's where 20 points. That's an awful lot of points I'm giving you guys for like these easy little surveys. So I'm trying to build up your grades. The more little assignments you have, the less likely you'll fail the class if you do all of these. When you miss one assignment right now, it really drops your grade down to like an F or a D. So it's essential that you are checking areas and checking your grades. I'm also in the process of grading your slideshows, and that takes an awful lot of time. I'm giving you feedback on each and every slide that you do, and keep in mind I have like 189 students, so that's a lot of homework for Miss Brown, and I'm going to grad school at night, so I'm just very busy, and I want you to feel support. So I put here that this survey is due today. So now you're going to watch the What is Art video, and that will be linked to the top video. You don't have to watch it again unless you want to help you answer your attendance question due at the end of the period.
Art. When we hear that word, some of our minds jump to museums or framed paintings. And in that context, some people think, Nah, I'm not a big fan of art. I just don't get it. Or they think of art as something that's just for intellectuals or artsy people. But really, art is for anyone who wants to experience it, and it's often in more places than we might realize. Songs you like, movies you watch, poems, theater, even a quilt that your grandmother made. All of that and more is art. So you might be wondering, well, then what is art? How do I define it? Well, that's tough. Art's been around for thousands of years, and through the ages, it's evolved in a number of different ways. And the reasons for creating it vary from person to person depending on any number of factors. So, defining art is pretty tricky, and it's something that's been debated throughout history. There just isn't one agreed upon definition. However, many believe that art is anything that stirs emotion in you. Now, the emotions that get stirred up depend entirely on your own history, your story, everything that comes together to make up who you are. And because of this, three different people can experience the same piece of art and have wildly different reactions to it. One person might think it's the most beautiful thing they've ever seen, the second person might hate it, and the third might not feel much of anything at all. And none of them would be wrong. Everyone's entitled to their own preferences and feelings when it comes to art. You know, the way you feel about your favorite song could be the same way that someone else feels about their favorite sculpture. And even though you might not like that sculpture, it can be valuable to consider why that person enjoys it so much. You may learn something about them and maybe even yourself. The term art is really just a label. Over the years, a lot of people have tried to classify what it is or what it isn't, but that's not really what art is about. It's about your personal experience with it and the meaning that you draw from it. Everyone reacts to art differently and has the potential to grow and learn from it. It gives us the opportunity to tell stories, record history, and tap into our emotions in a way that few other things can.
Goodwill Community Foundation, creating opportunities for a better life.